what's some crazy stuff you've seen and done so far this
So
NFT
the
week?
thing that's getting the most buzz right now from NFT NYC is Forgotten Runes Wizard Cult Party. People dressing up like wizards. It's like Comic-Con. It's tokenized, a token-gated Comic-Con with your own decentralized, autonomous organization where you're actually in control of the lore. People go to Marvel events and they're pissed off because, they did this and they did that and this wasn't the right character. And they're decentralizing lore at Forgotten Rune Wizards Cult. Everyone's dressed up as wizards. Oliver Tree came out in a wizard costume. Logan Paul was there at the event. Shout out Logan Paul.
Yep. I was mosh pitting with Andrew Wang in there, and like
That. Yeah, that's you and many other people. I actually tweeted this out. My most viral tweet of the NFT NYC week was Forgotten Runes Wizard Cult.
bro, Oliver Tree. He wasn't in a wizard costume. He was in like a Hulk buff suit, like with like horns and shit. And like some kid came and jumped up on the stage at one point. He put him in like a WWF headlock and like dropped him and started like popping him.
Woo!
He was like, never come on an Oliver Tree stage like that. It was
Damn.
crazy, dude. He's a crazy guy.
Yeah, I saw some clips. That was huge. The other big thing, Doodles last night. Pharrell Williams announced as the new chief brand officer and board member of Doodles. Also,
huge.
Alexis Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit, is investing in Doodles. Alpha.
That's crazy.
Some big moves for Doodles.
Has the price been positively reacting?
So the trend is always huge announcement, price drops.
Right.
In this case, Doodles announced Pharrell Williams. They announced Alexis Ohanian. They
Right.
announced Doodles 2, Space Doodles game. Floor price actually went up. And
Right.
I think it's really interesting in this specific market where it's like a bear market. Blue chips are continuing to perform well. Goblin Town performing well. Blue chips, the money is going to the blue chips right now in a market like this. So, yeah, I mean, the NFT NYC, narrative has been dominated by those, events too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I guess most of the time it's because people have like higher expectations than what the announcement like delivers. So then like the
Yeah.
price drops, but it seems
Exactly.
like they were able to keep up with the expectations, which is pretty crazy. What else? And you said they might be like changing chains for their next drop.
So a brief overview of the Doodles event at NFT NYC. First thing they announced was Doodles 2, but it might not be on Ethereum. And that's kind of bearish for Ethereum. I mean, is it as scalable as people think if a true builder like Doodles doesn't want to build on it? They're keeping their options open. Solana, which has been crazy hot recently. Flow, which is a really accessible free chain. I mean, you've minted NFTs before on ETH. You've bought gas fees suck, okay? So it doesn't surprise me that a project like Doodles is starting to, look around. It's, there's a couple new hot girls in high school, and you're looking around, and is that politically correct? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can say that.
That's fine. I'm trying not to get deplatformed right now, but yeah,
say
no. That was an interesting little wrinkle in the Doodles announcement yesterday.
That's awesome, dude. Thank you for breaking that news here.
I can give you a brief overview of just like all the other NFT NYC
Yeah.
events and just kind of like my take
Yeah.
on it all.
Please.
Okay, so let's start off. I mean, I would say I went to Invisible Friends. Tons of hype. I think it was like 10th floor immediately.
Right.
I thought they actually delivered a really cool event. I thought they went against the grain where most NFT projects, they're renting out a bar. And it's an open bar. Hey, I love free tequila, but like I want an activation. I want to feel like a kid again. When I
Yeah.
went to the Doodles event in South by Southwest, I felt like I was waiting in a line at a Disney World ride. It felt super accessible for me and children. And I think Invisible Friends did something like that as well. Some really cool merch. They had some physical toys. I thought that was pretty sick. Let's see what else.
That is sick. Yeah, V Friends is another one where it's like we have the toys, It's great for the kids.
So I had a good time. I pulled up here yesterday.
Yep.
Beautiful day, people outside, and like it was like Miami, and people are playing dominoes. People are playing like VFriends Uno. So that was super
VFriends
sick.
Uno, yeah.
Branded everything here at NFT NYC at the VFriends Cafe with 137.
Yep,
I think my friend ordered like a compassionate catfish coffee.
Yes, he did. He did.
So, yeah, VFriends Series 2, yeah, I mean, bro, VFriends, to me, has been everywhere because I went to VCon a couple of weeks ago, which was a great time.
Yeah, I saw your vlogs out there.
Yes.
They're doing pretty well. Nice stuff. Why'd you start your YouTube channel? Like, what made you want to start a YouTube channel?
So, last year, I was hospitalized, and I had no health insurance. I was so broke. And while I was hospitalized, girlfriend broke up with me, and friends weren't really wanting to hang out with me, and the idea of digital communities became really interesting to me. It kind of lined up that I was going through something really personal and isolating at a time where Bored Ape Yacht Club were starting to make waves, and I found a community like Cool Cats and Sup Ducks, and I started making these trades and meeting friends on Discord, and I ended up being able to pay off my 5-figure medical bill off of flipping NFTs. And so I just really wanted to make a YouTube, and I know this sounds corny, but I wanted to make a YouTube to give that game back to other people who are going through struggles, because I didn't see a lot of people doing that on YouTube. They're all doing what is a non-fungible token? They're doing the 101 of NFTs, but I wanted to show one, you can join a digital community, meet a ton of cool people. We met through this. You're an awesome guy. I've met so many people through this, and I've changed my life financially. Gone from last year, I lived in an apartment that literally didn't have a kitchen. It was just one single room with no air conditioning, sweating my ass off during the summer, struggling, no health insurance, anything like that, to my life completely changing because of NFTs. So the YouTube channel is just about giving the game back to the people. So it's been fun, man. And you've been watching the YouTube channel, so you see
man.
People I meet a lot of people out here, and I had someone DM me, I think, a couple months ago and say I paid off my mortgage because of watching your YouTube channel. So I'm not I'm just trying to empower other people to do their own things. I don't want to be the expert, but that was the whole reason to start the YouTube channel.
No, that's crazy, man. Yeah, it's really inspirational. A lot of people are maybe scared to jump into NFTs or whatever, or they're confused, and I feel like your personality is super regular. You seem friendly. You're a person that at least that I relate to and would want to be friends with, talking about this stuff. So it's cool.
There's certainly a stigma that NFT and crypto people are nerdy, goofy.
Yep.
People.
I didn't want to go there, but yeah.
So I almost go out of my way sometimes to just be a little explicit, a little out there, and just always be myself. And I think for anyone out there who's trying to do content, just find something you're passionate about. Hope it's something emerging like NFTs. I was just lucky to get into NFTs at the right time. So find an emerging lane, an emerging industry, and then be yourself, when you make that content. So I was just lucky to find NFTs. I've wanted to make content a long time, but the fact that I found NFTs let me kind of shine with my personality.
That's sick. I love that. There was definitely a good clip.
We can get into alpha. We can get into. Oh, here's another element of my story that's kind of maybe I've never told this stuff too, so this is good. But so the reason I was even able to turn basically $1,200 into $100,000 in 6 months was a stimulus check that I had got. So I had a 5-figure medical bill. I had a stimulus check of $1,200, and I decided, screw it, man. I'm just going to invest the $1,200 into NFTs. Got minted 2 NFTs. They blew up. Flipped that all the way up to a $100,000 portfolio. So if it wasn't for the stimulus check, thanks, Joe Biden, I wouldn't be here right now. Or I guess is that Donald Trump?
Yeah,
let's not get political right now. This is Web3.
I think they both dropped stimmies at some point. So yeah, thanks everybody.
So threw the 1,200 on that. Could have lost it. Could have been in even more debt. I doubled down. But no, we could talk about
amazing story. Is there any that's a big W. Is there any particular L that stands out to you in your history of flipping? What's your biggest L?
So we talked a little bit about this yesterday. So I wanted to give you a different answer. I think the biggest L you can have in NFTs is not ingratiating yourself in the communities. I've maybe a bad comparison, but you want to have relationships in life. You don't want to just have one night stands ultimately. And so I've been flipping a bunch of NFTs, and ultimately I'm lonely out here, man.
Yeah. You want a deeper connection with
I want a deeper
JPEGs.
connection. But you want to talk about things I paper-handed.
Yep.
So this one's a good one. So I bought a really rare Wolf Game NFT when Gary, among other people, were really hyping Wolf Game. So I bought it at 0.5 ETH, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm chilling. Immediately the price goes down to 0.25 ETH. I said, I got to list this shit. I don't have money. I am poor. I list it. I sell it. And I think the next day I want to say I went to 10 ETH. So that's tough when ETH is $3,000 and $30,000 loss. So that really keeps you up at night. And
that's tough.
Yeah. Another one, CyberKongs. Got in that pretty early. I want to say I got that for 1 ETH. Decided to sell it before the announcement of the VX. And the VX minted. I'm probably getting too inside baseball right now for
it's cool.
clips. But VX,
good.
The VX minted. This is super specific. The VX minted, and people FaZe Banks are shilling it and everything. And I had sold mine right before that big announcement, that big day.
Yeah.
So I have lost a lot of sleep over NFT trades. I have not responded to a ton of texts because of NFT trading. So there's a lot of personal L's as well. You got to sacrifice yourself to
the game,
for the alpha,
to the blockchain. Let me just check this real quick.